Then tragacanth, right? Then tragacanth is the most popular, one of the most popular thickening agent, right? Then the gum acacia, right? Instead of gum acacia, there is a various time the tragacanth are preferred. It is available in two forms, that is compound tragacanth powder and tragacanth mucilage, right? When tragacanth powder available in two forms, tragacanth mucilage and compound tragacanth powder, right? Then the compound or the tragacanth mucilage used to suspend the heavy insoluble substance, right? Means when the our medicament, right, when our medicament is heavily, right, means practically insoluble, right? There is a one table, right? Means one there is one table that is shows the various degree of solubility, right? That is very soluble, soluble, sparingly soluble, slightly soluble, practically soluble, then insoluble, right? So there is a this is the one chart or one table of solubility, right? So the drug which is heavily insoluble, which is heavily most insoluble in water, that time for the suspend that time if we use that kind of substance, very heavy insoluble substance for the preparation of suspension, that time as a suspending agent, tragacanth mucilage are used along with when our vehicle is a water or chloroform water, right? Means in two condition this tragacanth mucilage are used when our medicament is a highly insoluble, right? And in case of our vehicle is water or chloroform water, that time the tragacanth mucilage are used for, right? Then whereas the compound tragacanth mucilage used when the vehicle is non-water or non-chloroform water, means rather than whenever our vehicle is non-water or non-chloroform water, that time we will use the compound tragacanth powder, right? Compound tragacanth powder. So this is the condition on that one condition, means in heavy insoluble substance, that time tragacanth mucilage use, and in when our water is vehicle is non-water or non-chloroform water, that time also compound tragacanth powder is used, right? Then concentration of 1/4 of volume of mixture should be incorporated, right? Means concentration of 1/4 of volume of mixture should be incorporated, right? Means our that two thickening agent are used when used in a 1/4 volume of our mixture, right? 1/4 volume of our mixture, right? Means compound tragacanth powder is used in our 1/4 volume of our mixture, right? That is the concentration. Then our third example from the natural polysaccharide, that is a starch, right? Starch, the I think you are know that is a main source of starch, that is potato, right? That is a potato is a source of starch, right? We are found the starch from the potato, right? So it is a rarely used with the other suspending agent because high viscosity of its mucilage. Means starch is a very rarely used, right? Very rarely used because it has a higher viscosity, right? It is a higher viscous thickening agent than the tragacanth or other any kind of thickening agent, right? That's why the starch are not generally used, right? Then actually it is one of the ingredient of a tragacanth powder, right? Tragacanth powder means actually not in individually, not not commonly the starch used, right? But it is used in the used as a ingredient of compound argan powder, used as a ingredient of compound argan powder, as we see, right? That is, compound argan powder contain 20% of starch, right? Means not it is individually used, it is used as a ingredient of compound argan powder, right? Then our another example, that is sodium alginate. So it is also one of the naturally occurring polysaccharide, right? Sodium alginate, that is when dissolved in water it form a viscous solution. As we know, that is a thickening agent or uh, viscosity enhancer agent. Obviously sodium, if we add this or dissolve in the water, that time this preparation form a viscous solution, right? So when dissolved in water it form a viscous solution, then its 1% solution has some same power as a Trakan mucilage. Means sodium alginate, it is a very high viscosity, it has a very high viscosity, right? Means than a compound Trakan, sorry, compound mucilage. As compared to compound Trakan mucilage, it has a very high viscous, right? It form a very high viscous solution. Means its 1% solution are same as our Trakan mucilage, the viscosity of, मतलब जो Trakan mucilage है या और जो 1% solution of sodium alginate, इसका जो viscosity होगा वो same होगा, ठीक है? Then it was about our naturally occurring polysaccharide, right? That is gum acacia, tragacanth, starch, sodium alginate, right? Then from this tragacanth mucilage are very commonly used, right, and most popular polysaccharide, right? Then from after the naturally polysaccharide, from the polysaccharide, our second is a semi-synthetic polysaccharide. Semi-synthetic polysaccharide means man-made, right? Man-made polysaccharide. Some cellulose are used as a thickening agent, right? Some cellulose means our polysaccharide act as a cellulose, means some cellulose are act as a thickening agent, right? So which are they? That is methyl cellulose, sodium carboxy methyl cellulose, then carbo microcrystalline cellulose, right? These are the man-made or ready-made form of thickening agent, right? That is a methyl cellulose, sodium carboxy methyl cellulose, then microcrystalline cellulose, that is CMC, SC, MC, then methyl cellulose, right? So let's see. Then first of all, methyl cellulose from the semi-synthetic polysaccharide. It is used as a thickening agent with a concentration of 0.5 to 2% for both external and internal preparation, right? For the both kind of preparation, or whether it is applied externally, administered externally, or administered internally or applied externally, for the both kind of preparation we can use the methyl cellulose as a thickening agent, right, with a concentration that is 0.5 to 2%. It is the official concentration for the use of methyl cellulose, right? So you should remember it, right? 0.5% to 2% is a acceptable concentration of methyl cellulose, right, if it is used in preparation of suspension, and it is used for both kind of suspension, either external or internal preparation, right? Then our second example from the semi-synthetic polysaccharide, that is sodium carboxymethyl cellulose. Sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, that is CMC. It is a short form of sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, right? Then it is used with concentration from 0.25 to 1% for a preparation meant for oral external and parenteral use. Oral external and parenteral use, right? So as we conclude it on the basis of their concentration, use of concentration, right, means sodium carboxymethyl is more potent or more effective than the methyl cellulose on the basis of our concentration, we can conclude it, right? Means sodium carboxymethyl cellulose used with a concentration from 0.25 to 1%, right? It is a official or acceptable or suitable range, right? And that sodium carboxymethyl cellulose used for the preparation of oral suspension, external suspension, and parental suspension also, right? For the preparation of parental kind of, external kind of, and oral kind of suspension, basically the semi-synthetic polysaccharide used, right, with the concentration 0.25 to 1%, right? Then our third is, that is carboxymethyl cellulose, CMC, that is carboxymethyl cellulose. It is obtained from wood cellulose by acid hydrolysis. Means as its name says, that is a semi-synthetic, right? Semi-synthetic means half portion obtained from the natural and half portion obtained from the synthetically, means man-made, right? That's what is called as a semi-synthetic, right? Microcrystalline cellulose, it is obtained from the wood cellulose by a acid hydrolysis. Means we will get a, or we can form a carboxymethyl cellulose, right, with a reaction, that is acid hydrolysis. If we do a reaction with a wood cellulose, and right, that time by acid hydrolysis we can get a microcrystalline cellulose, right? Means cellulose, actually the source of cellulose is wood. From the wood we can obtain the cellulose, and by the hydrolysis process with the cellulose we can get a microcrystalline cellulose, right? So it is a dispersible in water to produce a colloidal dispersion. It is a dispersible in water, means this kind of microcrystalline cellulose easily or eventually or thoroughly mixed with the water and form a colloidal dispersion, means network like structure of our solid insoluble solid particles, right? So this is the some small introduction, some information about microcrystalline cellulose are semi-synthetic polysaccharide, right? Which are they? That is methyl cellulose, sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, then microcrystalline cellulose. It is the semi-synthetic form of polysaccharides from the polysaccharide, right? After completion of polysaccharide, we will go for inorganic agent, right? Inorganic agent. Also the inorganic agent are used as a thickening agent, right? As like a polysaccharide there is a, so as like a polysaccharide there is also inorganic agent are used as a thickening agent, right? So which are the clay and aluminum hydroxide. Inorganic means the substance which are which have not a carbon atom in their structure. The substance which have not कार्बन स्ट्रक्चर और कार्बन एटम इन देयर स्ट्रक्चर, मतलब ऐसा सब्सटेंस या फिर ऐसा एजेंट जिसमें कार्बन एटम उसके स्ट्रक्चर में ना हो, मतलब ऐसा सब्सटेंस जिसके स्ट्रक्चर में कार्बन एटम ना हो, तो इसी सब्सटेंस को या फिर एजेंट को हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? इनऑर्गेनिक एजेंट. देन क्ले एंड एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड, इट इज़ अ मोस्ट पॉपुलर inorganic agent which is used as a thickening agent, right? For improving the viscosity of our dispersion media or vehicle, we can use the inorganic agent like a clay and aluminum hydroxide. So first start with the clay. Then from the clay there is an example of clay, that is bentonite and aluminum magnesium silicate. These are the two form of clay. That is example of clay, that is bentonite and aluminum magnesium silicate. It is on the example of clay which is used as a thickening agent, inorganic agent and thickening agent, right? For the used as a thickening agent, right?